one, stand next to me in your own personal space. Don't mug my pockets. So let me bring him so he's in frame. He's targeting my target on the ground. Come here, buddy. This way. Get in the frame. Whoop. Spin this way. This way. Yes. Okay. So in the beginning, your horse is not going to know what the clicker means. They don't know that this sound means anything. So we're pairing it. But we want to pair it while the horse is doing a thing that we like. Because we don't want to accidentally train something that we didn't mean to train. So notice as I'm feeding him, I'm going to feed him out of my bubble. I'm feeding him over here. I'm not clicking yet because I'm just letting him know that I have food. Okay. When he's in his bubble, I'm going to click and feed. When he's in his bubble, click and feed. That can be head neutral, that can be head slightly away. In the beginning, I just don't want him in my bubble, right? So you can decide what you want your criteria to be for that default behavior. Some people want head away, some people prefer it neutral. In the beginning, head out of my space, and then you can shape it to what you really want. So Forrest knows this. He's not offering any mugging. I'm gonna just stop and kind of see if I can create a situation where he decides to mug me. So I can show you how I deal with it. He's like, what do you want? If he does mug me, I'm gonna make it inviting. If he mugs me, he's like, I'd rather go try something else than mug him. He's so good. Yes, good man, come here. So we'll just talk about it. I don't want to get him too frustrated. If he does mug me and I feel safe just blocking my pouch, I'm just going to mostly ignore it, right? I'm going to let him think about it. There we go. So if he's coming from my pouch, I'm going to let him think about it, but I am absolutely not going to let him get access to the food. And then when he looks away or gets in his own space, then I will click. Of course, we've worked on this a lot, so he's really not thinking about mugging me even when I try to make it happen, which is exactly the point, right? So if they do mug and you feel safe, just block access, wait them out, let them sniff it, but absolutely do not let them get food. And then when they go back into their space, click and feed. And feed over here in their zone, right? Not right here in yours. If you don't feel safe, because there are going to be cases where the horse is maybe getting a little too aggressive and it's not a safe thing. If that's the case, I'm going to give Forrest something to do. If that's the case, then I'm going to suggest you go in what we call protected contact. So you can put yourself on one side of a fence and your horse on the other, a gate or something. I try not to do somewhere where maybe there's like electric fence running because they're going to not want to get close to the fence. But you're going to separate yourself from your horse with a physical barrier. And that just eliminates the possibility of the horse like really climbing on top of you. Gives you both a sense of security and it's a great tool to use. So if you're gonna do it that way, the rules are the same, right? You're gonna wait for the horse to put his head away from you and in a place that feels like where you want it, what feels safe to you, whatever criteria that means for you. You're gonna click and you're gonna feed. So your hand's gonna go across the fence and feed the horse on their side of the fence, not across the fence on your side of the fence. Because the whole point of this is you stay in your personal space, I stay in mine, and where is that bubble? So as the trainer, you get to decide how big your bubble is. Because some people are really nervous when a horse gets close to them at liberty like this, and they want a big bubble. Some people like don't mind their horse climbing all over them. You don't want them climbing all over you, but your bubble might be here and someone else's is over here. You guys get to decide where your bubble is. That's the beauty of the shaping, right? You can determine head away, head neutral, where you want it. Personally, I like head neutral, and I like my horse probably like a medium amount away from me. But I absolutely have worked with folks who are real nervous when the horse is right here, like as close as Forrest was to me. So they could train their horse to stand a little further away. Not a big deal. And again, if they're making you nervous, go in protected contact, get it nice and like so the horse really understanding it across the fence line, and then bring it back to where you guys are together and try again. And that really works well. It really does. So, okay, let's go on to the next.